Connor, aka Fives Online, and I'm the York College Vikings Rocket League coach. 4 times this year already, faced them twice during the Student Champs, once during the knockout, once during the actual Student Champs, the league, and then we faced them twice at the BESC show, and we'll obviously face the South Bracket winner.
Owls versus the Vikings, their head-to-head record, the series is actually 1-1.
I think today's game will be a really tough game. We've already faced today's opponents 4 separate times across the season, with it being a 3-1 index. But we're confident we can get the job done today. We know we can beat today's opposition. And whilst we know it's going to be tough, we know we can do it.
Hello, I'm Alex, also known as Alphax 206 from the York Vikings Rocket League team.
Where you go?
I feel the match today is going to be quite a difficult one, but I feel if we play our game and we counter what they're doing, we can definitely win.
Be able to put that in the back post.
Yeah, it's not flashy, but it's certainly securing them 3 goals.
And then 6 minutes, or are they going to be able to close it out here?
Oh! In the last second!
I told you, the second sniper, the Stellars is.
Vikings are going to come out on top in that game too and bring the series 1-1.
We started off well. We got the first win. Got the first win in the series, mind you. After being a goal behind.
The mentality was really good throughout. No one lost their heads, everyone was composed. You know, there's a lot of excitement going on, but we managed to stay composed and not lose it.
Been long enough. It is going to be quite even, but it's going to be able to get it right on the top corner. Not going to be that much time for the team to rethink their strats, rethink their tempo, rethink their pacing. I think we're seeing the full colours of both teams right here and now.
After that, we lost a game and it went to match point for them, which was definitely nerve-wracking.
It's stressful. It's not something we've experienced much this year. It's not much we've experienced at all since I've come here. So it's stressful. It's unlike what we're used to. But we're always up for a challenge. We believe in ourselves. We're always the underdog. We're always ready for that.
Realistically, this is where all of the pressure is. Are your Vikings going to be able to make sure they are in this game, or are Owls going to be able to go to final?
We're in overtime. Will the GCSL swipe through fast, or is it going to be the Vikings to strike? Oh, it's going to miss by the corner. Millimeters away from that line. Is going to connect instead. And this is the silver scrapes of the North Regional Finals that we were looking for, Evan.
Still descriptive. This is going to a best of 7 final. Match point for both of them. Stella able to scrape that up, as you said, in the last second, where it all counted at the complete exact rhythm. Open shot for Stellars! You should be. They like putting it together. They work well as a team.
Oh.
But as soon as I'm talking about team cohesion, the sniper, the known man, the back corner, the open goal is showing that these Shaq and Kobe teams doesn't matter when you have the vision, Skilton.
I remember in the last minute of the game, they had an attack. And all of them were up, and it was on the goal line. And if it weren't for Alex, it would have been 2-2, and who knows what would have happened then.
Oh, and over Sellers gets the tap, and Bater's keeping it up. They're looking for a goal, and Rise is going to keep it in the corner. It's not over just yet, but there's the choke. Alphax keeps us alive, but Vikings are going to finally prevail in this Silver Scrapes run.
How would I feel winning? Words can't describe it. Just that good.
Unreal. We're the underdogs. We've been the underdogs in this whole bracket the whole way. We've shown why underdogs come through.
But it's just incredible.
I want to take a second to respect that pinch goal as well. I don't remember what game it was because it was too nerve-wracking. Can't remember game 4. But oh my, perfectly aligned. The communications for it were perfect. And I think that was the game-changing moment for us. Because if my memory serves me right, that was game 4. When we was 2-1 down in the series, and that moment changed everything for us.
The pinch goal was, I wasn't even involved in it, but I just looked to happen and I was out of my seat. That was incredible. That's my team right there. Teamwork. It's the best teamwork I think we've ever had. You know, one of the passing plays we hit, I'm not sure which match it was. It was just one of the most beautiful passing plays ever.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm incredibly proud of the team. It's been a long slog, and we in many matches have felt behind. We felt like the underdog. But absolute credit to them. And I just want to give a real shout out to everyone on that team, because we're not a team that's built around one particular person, or we're not a team built around one particular play style. We adapt, we change, we evolve, review, we constantly adapt. I want to give a big shout out to Connor, who's a coach, and he will define himself as a psychological coach. And his influence on the team has been absolutely extraordinary. And every single one of the players deserve a massive credit. And in moments like this is when we reflect as not only as a team but as a college to look at what esports is and what it is at its core. So we have esports education, and we have esports as an actual identity, as a competitive sport. And these moments I'm incredibly proud to work at your college. I'm incredibly proud to work with the students that I work with every day. And yeah, now we go to land, we go to Sunderland, really excited, and now we've got nothing to lose. Again, we go there, we're the underdogs again, but we go there with great spirit. We always play in great spirit. Thankful for the opportunity of the British Esports and York College, obviously, that are going to put us there. I just want to give a massive shout out to every single one of those Rocket League team players and coaches and analysts. We won't be here without them, and I'm looking forward to what the future holds.
Good evening, everybody, from the York Vikings Purple App channel. Just realised that. I don't have to say that. Yeah,
it's all good. Yeah,
it's always so good. I'm your host, Prul Detergent, otherwise known as Yeet Shout, and I'm joined by our ex-York Vikings Esports and current SEA Dragons and Opal Esports. Did I get that right?
Yep, correct.
Ex-manager Connor Chittick. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great, my friend. It's a pleasure to be back at the York Vikings HQ once again. A place I know very, very well, and I'm looking forward to today, mate. What a fixture we have for the boys.
Yep, as you saw from that 5.5 minute or 6 minute long video that we had on the stream, we are definitely I would say a rival at this point from our British Esports Student Champs Northern Grand Finals from last year when you were the manager. We still have we have obviously a very, very almost the same exact roster except for one player, but we're looking forward to what Tyler can bring to us against GCSL for the first time, and we'll definitely trusting in Alex and Jacob for our GCSL's gameplay as well. What do you think?
100% agree. I really do think there is a great rivalry building here between the Vikings and GCS Owls. As you've just said, we've got a rich history last year, especially in the British Esports Student Champs, but outside of that as well, people may remember we was at the Bet Show 2025, where we obviously lost to GCS and they ended up winning the whole event. Obviously, props to them. They've got an incredible roster.
Absolutely.
And I know them even better through the Welsh Esports League that I do with SEA Dragons, not to self-promote or anything, the team, but Amir, Beta and Rise. I'm not sure who is still there. I will be seeing the roster for the first time today, but I expect it to be slightly similar. So I'm looking forward to it today, mate. It's going to be a great contest.
Yeah, so I'm going to go into the intermission before. So I'm just going to go into... type in Reddit. As you can see on the stream right now, is the current British Esports Rocket League Nationals standings. And yeah, I mean, as you can see, we got a tight-knit competition. 4-0 and 4-1 against. We are just waiting for the teams to go ahead. And I think we are all ready, hopefully, in a bit of a second.
Small technical issues here, so whilst we wait for this to...
are we okay?
We may be okay, ladies and gentlemen. We may be okay. Okay, we're in the fixture.
Here we go. Always like best of 7, first to 4. Here we go with the first kickoff. Max 12 from GCS Owls going to the area with an unfortunate fall 4 seconds in. Is the commentator curse already?
Yeah, maybe so, mate, maybe so. But that is an incredible kickoff and play by the GCS Owls, especially. A great aerial there from Rise. I recognise that name. Rise is a good name I'm familiar with, so I'm excited to see what he can do once again. And a great assist from his teammate as well on the kickoff.
As we go on for the second kickoff, we don't want the repeat, guys. Come on, do not let that in. Thank you, Tyler, with the easy save. Epic save by Joel Reyes, first in. I'm excited for Tyler to do his cross-map plays, honestly. But they are looking dangerous as they just got their first goal, as you saw. It was very structured. It was very interesting. I almost commentator cursed once again, but Sellers with the epic save.
It's interesting that you bring up Tyler's plays, because obviously we know how good he is from a York Vikings point of view, but will he be able to get those chances today against the GCS Owls, who are predominantly known for being very well defensively in the British Esports Student Champs? So it will be interesting to see what happens.
Absolutely. All right, 40 seconds already in, and this is our first attack against the York Vikings. Interesting plays. Actually, the easy defense, I would have to say. Tyler with that's looking dangerous from the backboard. Can the GCS Owls create any chance of that? I don't think they can. But we'll have to wait and see. Good defense by Tyler.
Ooh, Sellers should be controlling that.
Yeah, I was looking forward to that, you know. As soon as we say that, obviously he controls it. It's our second attack commencing from the corner play. Will it happen? Alphax 2-6 there, but unfortunately Aries there first to counterbalance it.
Not only
from the corner once again. Interesting. Centre play for Sellers. Walsh flicks is there first. Interesting. Another centre play, but I don't think any York Vikings player would go for that. Absolutely not. All right, so some more action going on, obviously, after that first goal. You know, both teams were surprised, I would reckon. But it is looking more offensively in the last, I would say, 30 seconds for York Vikings. It's obviously what we appreciate, but 1 minute 30 already landed. What am I saying? Already passed. And that is a shot on target. Tyler with the second epic save of the match.
As you say there, it's definitely building up to be the fixture we expected it to be. It's a tight affair. As Sellers gets the outside wall. Ooh, good save by Rise there. And then the clear up by, I'm assuming his name's Flicks. Apologies if I'm getting that wrong.
I think it is Flicks, yeah.
Yeah.
I said Welsh Flicks, but Flicks.
Yes.
All right.
Great pass down by Alphax there to Sellers. Unfortunately, can't get the best control of the ball. Goes straight back to the GCS roster, who are hitting it round the corner here. It looks like the New York Vikings are a bit low on boost. Sellers obviously there with a full boost, going for the flick. Gets the ball over one, goes for two, but Rise is there to get the defense. Great defense by Rise there and GSS Owls.
Faking out the attack for our Alphax does not work, as it is in our field once again, ladies and gentlemen. Sellers trying to get it away with his non-boost gameplays, but we'll have to wait and see. Tyler in the back line to help with Sellers. Will Alphax make it a bounce goal? Interestingly, not that fast as I would imagine it would be.
Creative passing play, unfortunately can't get the end result, but it's a sign of what we expect from the Vikings, especially. Again, we've seen them play...
Close. Too close for comfort.
GCS, again, they're showing their comfortability. Can Sellers get the goal here?
Yes, he can!
1-1 for the Vikings.
Up the Vikings, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0, 2 minutes 9 seconds remaining.
A great pass by Tyler there to beat the entire GCS roster. Not what we expect from them at all, but... they've been great so far this game, it has to be said. They've shown their defensive capabilities. Unfortunately, there just maybe a slight miscommunication, but we go again at a 1-1 kickoff and 2 minutes 9 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah, so we'll have to wait and see how that goes out for us. That was a high aerial, high octane game. The first time we've seen this match. I don't think if you noticed or not, there's been a lot of low play. There's not been high aerial plays that much of them, obviously because of the nature of the fixtures. Heavily congested fixture. As Sellers tried to go for a double tap. Unfortunately, he missed by a hair, not even. And as GCS trying to go for a structured play here, ladies and gentlemen.
Bad pass back.
Back pass back into almost the corner. Can Alphax go for a centre play from Sellers?
Great pass.
Absolutely great pass from Alphax 2-6 to Sellers. Makes it 2-1 for York Vikings.
100%. That's a great play once again by the Vikings. Unfortunate hit there by Flicks to hit the ball backwards. I imagine he wasn't expecting that ball to come into his path, but really unfortunate there. But we go again with another kickoff. 1:38 left on the
fourth kickoff. Will it be a kickoff goal? Obviously, it will not at this stage. I don't think. I hope it will not be for either both parties. With no one on goal. Max with a double save once again. 1 minute 30 remaining.
We may have a technical difficulty here, actually, as Rise appear. Oh no, Rise is back now. Rise was AFK for a couple of seconds.
I didn't even notice that. Wow.
Yeah, that was extremely strange. It almost led to a goal for the Vikings. GCS and Rise's teammates thankfully able to clear the ball there. That being Flicks and Max.
Commit. Will that reach goal? Back oh my god, crossbar pass into back. Alphax 2-6 did not absolutely did not see that.
I'm sure that was a calculated crossbar hit by Rise there. The guy knows what he's doing. He's very talented at the game. Got a very high IQ when it comes to defense, especially.
All right, 1 minute remaining. We might see another
Great
goal
clear
here.
by Sellers there. Can that
Absolutely.
go in? Nah, it's off target,
No,
unfortunately, but great clear. Gets the ball away. Buys the York Vikings some time as
Oh,
they're
if
low on
Alphax
boost.
just got that boost there,
And
doesn't
Sellers
need
does
it.
Sellers does
Holy.
what Sellers does best and turns up once again for the Vikings.
It's
A great
always
play there. Unfortunately, Flick's not much he can do. Low boost, just has to take the
what a
50.
goal.
It obviously doesn't go his way. Sellers getting the rebound off the ceiling there, and it's 3-1 to the Vikings here in game 1. 47 seconds left on the clock.
47 seconds indeed, ladies and gentlemen. Almost a kickoff goal. Just a kickoff goal from York. Goal attempt from York Vikings.
Great bump there by Alphax, doing what he does best. As he would say himself, he is Alphaxing today, ladies and gentlemen, going for them bumps and going for them demos.
He does like to do that, to be fair, as we've seen from previous matches. 30 seconds remaining, 3-1 leading for the York Vikings. Can we see another goal here? What do you think?
I do think another goal is coming, but which roster that goes for, I don't know. But as Sellers is
Sellers
hitting a cross-map aerial, flick reset,
Crossbar,
it's off the crossbar,
cross everything.
16 seconds left on the clock. It feels like the game is maybe there for the Vikings.
Great
especially
50
as
by
they get another
Tyler.
attack.
Backball pass, can he make it into goal? Unfortunately, he cannot.
He's just killing time there, Yeet. That's all he's doing. He's not going for another goal, but Sellers certainly will be. We know what he's like. Great defense there by the GCS Owls, though,
And
as this will close out game 1 with what's looking like a 3-1 win for the Vikings. There we go.
Absolutely.
Why York College Vikings get the 3-1 win here in game 1? But a great contest nonetheless. A great contest.
I mean, that first goal was almost seemed like a fluke. Do you want to come a bit more?
Apologies about that chat. Apologies.
Yep. That first goal almost seemed like a fluke, honestly, from GCS Owls.
It would appear that way by the scoreline, but we know GCS and we know what they're capable of. We know at the end of the day they are very capable of working as a team, and I imagine it was maybe one of their game plans coming into the day. They know that sometimes they are going to get that faster kickoff and they can counter that. We obviously saw that with them getting the first goal. Unfortunately, not able to capitalise on it much during the rest of the game, but has to be said, looking at the stats there, Vikings with 4 saves, whilst the GCS Owls have 6 shots. It shows that we have a high save conversion rate to oppose to their shots. Obviously, one of the other shots then becoming a goal,
Yeah, to be fair.
and the other shot maybe hitting the post or something, but it shows that it's been a defensive contest once again. Obviously, GCS Owls also having the 5 saves there, and the Vikings having the 11 shots, as we sort of expect, that attacking dominance can come out from the Vikings. But again, as I've said before, and as we've respected before with GCS, they are very strong defensively, and if we want to keep this going into game 2, we 100% need to take that forward and maybe finish a bit more of them chances and not let them get as many saves.
We'll have to wait and see. Good Sellers hat-trick to start it off, to be fair.
100% agree. Definitely a team player, though. Tyler up there getting his plays in. Alphax doing his usual Alphaxing business. As we head into game 2 here, a slight... Oh, no, we're back in. There we go.
That was perfectly timed.
Exactly. I know what I was doing. Calculated, as they say in the Rocket League chat these days. Appears like a Spanish kickoff from the York Vikings here as Tyler plays the ball to Sellers on the sidewall. Rise will get the ball, though. Can Sellers do something here?
React to Alphax to a 6, interested.
Another great save from Flicks, again, as I just covered in the intermission, funnily enough. Great defense from the GCS Owls once again. Again, what we expect. They are, very strong at it, and they're showing that today, today in this fixture.
Tyler, was that... if that bounce
Tyler,
was into...
Is that a goal from the GCS Owls? Apologies to GCS Owls fans that are watching. I keep slipping up and almost calling you the Vikings. I am extremely sorry. I will...
It happens to the best of us.
You are obviously the GCS Owls. I really apologise. Please ignore my
Good.
stuff.
Sellers with the bounce shot in from the crossbar into the goal. That was Sellers' goal. You cannot expect it. It always creeps around, tries to find its way, and it just finds it with what a disgusting angle, by the way, can I just say?
Oh, 100%. It's a great angle from Sellers, but again, Alphax making that creative play, getting that slight, just winning the ball away from Max there, and ultimately getting it on the backboard for Sellers to finish it.
Absolutely. As we try to talk about Sellers with his cross-map attempt, will it go into it? Almost a double tap from Tyler. Was that? Well, obviously...
I think he was faking it.
Yeah, I think he was as well. Obviously, with the analytical deep dive analysis live from you as well. Obviously, you seeing things that I frankly wouldn't have been seeing all game.
I don't think that was a fake. I was being heavily sarcastic.
Right,
I think it's a misinput from Tyler there, unfortunately, as that could be 2-0 for the Vikings. But here they go on the attack again with Tyler going towards the bottom left boost, playing it into the centre for Alphax, who is, flicks another save. Amazing save right
Absolutely
there. Great reaction skills, and he will get it again. Oh, sorry, I've called Rise. Flicks. Apologies, Rise, my friend.
Rise tries to go for a cross-map attempt, but Tyler is there to defend it like one of our ex-players. It's your favourite colleague. Is he going to become the new Viking Minister of Defence? We'll have to wait
it certainly
and see.
seems that way, and it appears he's adopted that nickname, hasn't he?
Yes,
especially
absolutely.
in your streams, my friend. And hey, he's been showing it. He's been very strong in defense. As I'm saying this, whilst the York Vikings are getting very strong in defense, with a save from
tight
Alphax and a
defense.
save from Sellers as well on the goal line. GCS putting that pressure on, trying to get the equaliser
Oh,
here.
what
Sellers
a
gets
save.
another save on Rise there, but extremely unfortunate for the GCS Owls there, as they really should. I say that and they get the goal. Commentator's curse, eh?
Yeah, when you're here, you get a commentator's curse. It's unfortunately how it is. 3 minutes, 3 seconds remaining. They make it 1-1 with a very good bounce shot, I might add, honestly.
100%. That's a great play by Max there. Incredible shot and incredible read off the bottom of the floor there from the sidewall. Great
Absolutely.
play.
Yeah, you can see the talent as we go into the third kickoff. Oh,
Ooh,
good bump
good
for
bump
Sellers. Two Sellers, rather. As
Which
Alpha
side that helps out the most will yet to be seen, though. It's a great bump from both teams, but unfortunately neither able to really capitalise on it, as the Vikings get the ball in the centre, but unfortunately for
looking
Alphax,
dangerous.
no one's there. It's going onto the backboard here for the GCS Owls and the Vikings
nice
defence,
Sellers.
but Sellers once again is there. Tyler will get the clear, and it's again, you know, looking like that tight contest we imagine. I feel like we're repeating ourselves here. A great save from Flicks again. That's great.
It does happen a
positioning.
lot. You just repeat yourself. Wall fake from Sellers. It
he
almost
can't
gets
finish
into
it off.
post.
Unfortunate for Sellers there, as that was a decent play right there, but you just can't finish it off, unfortunately.
Although that does happen. And,
Oh, 100%. Not everyone's perfect, mate.
no one's perfect in this world. As we try to go from the corner play for the 6th time in accordance to time's going to be 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. 1-1 still. To be honest with you, I don't know why I blabbered on there, but I'm trying to make it a commentator
crossbar from
curse.
Alphax there into the corner for Sellers. He's unfortunately not going to be able to get much from that ball, though. But Tyler, the redirect off the wall.
Off Sellers!
Oh my word! Oh my word, Tyler!
What an assist from Tyler.
That is incredible. That little pre-flick. Oh, that's beautiful. I don't think Flicks was expecting that. That's an incredible flick on there
That
by
is a
Tyler.
chef's kiss. Absolute chef's kiss.
Unfortunately, Flicks, again, 0 boost. Not much you can do there, but an incredible
no.
assist from Tyler. Take absolutely nothing away from it as we again go into another kickoff. With Rise getting a double demo here, that could be very deadly for the Viking series. He's going to go into a flick reset.
No, double commit.
Unfortunately,
No one in
cannot
goal.
get a goal from that or put a shot on goal, really, as the Vikings
As
do
we go
deal
into-
with it.
Yeah, as we go into the got the second goal, that being very demo heavy, GCSR is known for the, obviously, as we have repeated ourselves multiple times here, known for their defensive gameplay. So with their demo plays, will it hinder our performance? We'll have to wait and see.
It's interesting you bring up the defensive record there, because it's interesting you bring that up, because it seems like they're using the demos here to try and get that advantage going forward, really. Obviously, they're known for it in defense quite a bit, and sometimes it does work. As Sellers gets another defense down to defensive demo there onto Flicks. He's also up there, can't get the ball. Unfortunately, Rise cannot make the reconnect, sorry. Great save from Sellers there. Flicks getting a good shot on target there with minimal boost.
Assist from trying to become from Alphax 2-6 rather onto Tyler, but it doesn't connect as much as he wanted. And as a teammate demo, I think for a revenge sort of thing, there's 45 seconds remaining. Tyler with the no boost remaining, as with Sellers as well, as we try to make it off a corner play. Alphax 2-6 waiting there with the boost. Defense sits. Interesting stuff. I thought they were going to be touching that from the wall, creating a wall shot, but it did not seem to be. Either they're faking there or something else is going on. So there's 30 seconds remaining.
That's a great play by Marks. That is a great interception, I must say.
I'm not even joking. I was just about to ask you, is there going to be another goal? Commentator's curse intuition just came into play.
I'd say commentator's curse, but he didn't even speak, mate. I think you just...
No, literally, I had to think about it, and it
existence.
came into intuition, honestly.
But that is a great play by Max there, getting the interception there, and ultimately tying up this round for the GCS Owls. Hopefully, you know, for their sake, they can hopefully get a winner here. But obviously for the Vikings, we would love to see a great save from Sellers there as Rise tries to make an attacking play. Rise then getting the Delma onto Sellers there.
Corner play once again from Tyler. We'll have to make it a centre. Interestingly, Rise is there first.
Unfortunately, it appears the Vikings are very low on boost here as Sellers picks up the 100.
That's looking dangerous.
That's great play by GCS.
Yeah, you have to respect it at this rate, honestly. 3 seconds remaining. Can we turn it around, maybe?
And with how tight the fixtures has historically been, I think that might be it for this game for the GCS Owls. Again, that fixture. But hey, I might be proven wrong in these 3 seconds as the rest of the game goes on. But again, great
Just
play by
3 seconds,
GCS to go ahead in the fixture for the first time. No, the second time after their kickoff in game 1. Sorry. But yeah, that is looking like all she
99% chance game. Yep. As a triple commit in the ball, yep.
Yeah.
As you would rather normally.
Rise
Still up
getting
in
the
the
boost
air.
there, yeah. They have definitely that's incredible game management by Rise, getting that boost
fair
and
enough.
keeping the ball to himself. Great play by Rise there, and great game management from the GCS Owls going into the end of that game for sure.
I mean, you
Closing out
expect
that win.
Yeah, you expected this 1-1, didn't you?
Yeah, you would expect a very close fixture again. First game being what was it, 4-1 to the 3-1 to the
3-1.
Vikings,
Yeah,
Yep, Sellers with a
GCSL's got.
hat-trick.
Oh, sorry,
Yep.
apologies. GCSL's
Apologies.
got the first goal in the first 4 seconds, and the Sellers with a hat trick.
Yep.
Saved the team, but
And now a 3-2 win for the GCS Owls. But again, in game 1, as much as it was a 3-1 win for the Vikings, it was definitely not that distant of a fixture. They definitely got
I wouldn't say
the tightness of the fixture and showed defensively. Again, I brought up the saves that they have. Unfortunately, Rise has gone to change his preset, so I can't see his stats. But again, look at the stats on York Vikings. 10 saves for the team. I imagine Rise had a good couple himself. I know he got the Savior preset, which, if you don't know, means he got 3 saves in the game. So there's at least 7 saves. He did. He got it around 2 minutes left in the fixture when Sellers put a shot on target. I mean, look at our shots alone. We had, what is that? 10 shots.
Yeah,
10
10 shots
from the Vikings, and only two. I said only 2 goals. It's again incredible defense from the GCS Owls getting 7 saves there. Again, what we expected really, a great defensive display from both sides and a great attacking display from both sides that's just, unfortunately, very tight for both teams to try and get a foot in the fixture as we say that. But Sellers goes for the kickoff. Right.
There's only 2 players.
Okay. I don't know if that's meant to be a restart, but I guess we'll roll with it.
Yeah.
Nothing happening.
Technical difficulties does not escape us, ladies and gentlemen. Just be aware of that. As there's a long goal attempt for, but Alphax 206 is there to defense it as always, as he's in the back line, as he should be. Sellers is trying to go for a attempt goal with a double tap from the crossbar, from the ceiling, from the backboard, whatever it is at this point. Another corner play looking for it. Tyler with a play attempt. Sellers waiting in the back line once again, trying to make it a save attempt. Alphax 206 with the offensive gameplay. As I was trying to just talk about his defensive gameplay, he just commentator strikes once again, but slightly this time.
Tyler in some great third man positioning as Flix gets the demo onto him. Alphax, is there to cover though. But
no one in the
Rise
sense for GCSL is interesting.
No one up there with Rise there. That could have been a great opportunity.
Yeah,
to attack,
absolutely. I mean, we've seen that become a goal so many times already, and there's only been 2 games.
100% agree. 100% agree. That's great commentary.
As on the centre play, Alphax 6 does not unfortunately get it. But we're looking for another player as Tyler with the 0 burst tries his best, but unfortunately does not happen.
Sellers putting the ball down to Alphax here, who cannot unfortunately get that goal there. Really unfortunate, but great position by Alphax. Sort of a sign going forward that he was able to get that much space as Tyler's going up in the air, as we know he's notorious for that, but cannot do anything there with the great defense from GCS Owls once again. All 3 of them being so alert on the ball. It's so hard to break a team like that down, but hopefully for the Vikings, they can do it going forward. Sellers putting the ball onto the ceiling here, but Max will get that.
Yeah, Max is
there.
definitely the defensive showstopper, honestly. Looking at all the saves that he's done, he's always been there, structured gameplay. Like, he just where exactly GCSLs wants him to be, rather.
100% agree. He knows what to do, that's for sure, and he knows how to defend. Sellers tries to maybe play Tyler in there, but unfortunately Tyler just can't get to the ball. It's too far forward.
No amount of boost would have to save him there. As the GCSL's trying to go for an attempt on goal, but
Sellers... Little double commit there from the Vikings, but it does ultimately work out. I might as well shut my mouth.
What is that then?
I'm not sure how that has worked for the Vikings with a double commit there from Alphax and Sellers, but a great bump actually there from Tyler. That's maybe how the players worked out.
Not maybe, definitely.
100%.
Definitely.
A great bump by Tyler there, and ultimately he's playing the Alphax role, I guess. Because of the Vikings go 1-0 up in this game 3 fixture here against the GCS Owls, but
both teams seems to have like a hyper flexible as well, meant to say, role on all 3 players respectively. Honestly, as GCS Owls is trying to go for a play.
That's a great save.
What a save, Sellers!
Incredible play by the GCS Owls there to get that attacking play, but Sellers just in the right position to make the save, unfortunately for them. As they come back with the attack and they do get the goal.
As we just finished first half, it is 1-1 with the GCS Owls. I mean, what can you say?
That's great play by Max there, beating Sellers on the wall, even with no boost and Sellers being full boost. And again, Rise with the level of player that he is, just knowing where to be at all times and getting that goal for the GCS Owls, tying the game up, as you said, just on that halfway fixture with 2 minutes, 30 seconds left in the fixture. But Tyler will pop the ball up for Alphax, who unfortunately can't do anything with it, but it does fall to Sellers on the side wall, who may go for a play here. He's been demoed, but it's a double demo, so it is a 2v2 for the current team.
Demo. Oh,
that's a great fake by Max. It is low boost, so probably the best option to take there. Does pick up the mid-right boost for them. Hopefully making a play there with that for his sake.
Sellers is there as always. Was with the bomb for Alphax 2-6. Too slow for comfort. Too slow for comfort as we try to make it another corner play. Max is there to save it as always for GCSL. Sellers with a long shot. Tries to make it a bounce off the backboard, but Rise is there this time instead of Max. This is what I was talking about when I was trying to talk about the hyper-flexible roles on all teams.
Unfortunate for Tyler there.
Information don't lead to a goal, they say, but unfortunately it did not do there. Almost 1 minute 30 seconds remaining, 1-0 still. All the deciding goals, well, not all, last game, from 2-1 to 2-3 for GCSLs, it did not take long. It took like the last 30 seconds, I believe.
100%. It appears that in the second half of the fixtures, especially in the 5-minute games that we do have, that both teams seem to just be able to find that floodgate opening for, you know, to get a couple of goals for their team. And unfortunately, well, obviously, not unfortunately, but obviously GCS Owls did manage to get that in game 2, and obviously York Vikings got that in game 1. It's just an even fixture, and ultimately that's what's going to happen at this level of competitive Rocket League.
We'll have to
You
wait
have to
and
find
see.
that way into the opposing team. As GCS Owls come back on another attack here.
1 minute remaining.
Max being low boost, not being able to do much there.
Oh,
Sellers sort of double committing there.
Bit of miscommunication, I reckon. Or was that deliberate? We'll have to wait
Maybe.
and see.
Tyler was low boost, so it may have been communicated, but who knows?
Who knows at this point?
That's a
Double
great
commit
thing
again.
from
What is it
Flicks.
with our double commits this game? Wow. I don't know what to say to that. I don't know how to react to that as we try to go along for another long... I can't even talk. Tyler's just that fast, honestly. I just diminishes my talking skills. Alphax with another goal attempt, but it leaves the ball into our field as there's 30 seconds remaining. And I'm running out of breath, so take over again, please.
As Sellers goes on the attack here to put the ball in the corner for the Vikings. Alphax coming in but can't ultimately do much as Fries gets to 50 and the shot on goal. Unfortunately not on target for his team's sake as Sellers and Tyler do get that clear. Sellers will play it into the corner as Tyler follows up into the second
Looking like we're going into OT. I literally just said that just to curse it. I'm not even joking. I said we're going into overtime just to curse, reverse curse this one. I know how to use my powers. I've been doing this for too many years. I haven't. I'm not doing it.
As I just said, Tyler there playing that second man role, rotating up perfectly, and Sellers getting that perfect pass into the centre for him. Again, just a great play from the Vikings.
Triple commit, did you see that?
Go ahead, yeah.
Triple commit kickoff as there's a second remaining, and it looks like we got the third game, ladies and gentlemen. 2-1 for York Vikings overall.
Yet another great game from these two really prestigious teams in this British Esports Student Champ Nationals competition and fixture. Once again, just what we expected, a very close fixture. This time, not as many shots and saves, but ultimately, I think that shows that in the middle of the park, there is a lot more control from both teams, and both teams are looking like to settle now and not let as many shots on their goal, for example. Obviously, we've seen a few shots go off target, but ultimately, could that be a sign of teams being in the right position in the middle of the area and people trying to put the long balls forward, and ultimately it's just not working out and not getting in the right positions, maybe?
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair, from the games I've showcasted here on York Vikings, for this game particularly, even though it's such a heavily congested game in terms of skill level for both teams, there's not much high aerial gameplay. It's just both teams trying to fake each other out and then switching roles, that sort of thing. It's just trying to... I mean, to be fair, we're called Deception for a reason, right? We're trying to... Deception tactic is working right now as we speak, as we are leading 2-1. As I remind again, it is a best of 7, first of 4. 2 more games. 2 more games is all we need, honestly.
But this could definitely go either way. It's not a case of we have 2 more to go. It's a case of GCS also have 3 to go. And we've seen many times they've come back from this exact scoreline and ultimately win the full competition. So we'll see what happens here in this game. And I think it's interesting you bring up the ground players. We have maybe a slight delay in the game, but I think it's a very reasonable thing for them to playing on the ground as both teams are getting that boost away from each other. And at times, everyone is low on boost. So ultimately, they are sort of forced into those ground plays as GCS do get the advantage on the kickoff here as Max goes for a flick. But Alphax 206 will be there once again playing his defensive role, playing that ball forward to Tyler in the back corner, who may try and get a pass into the centre here.
Another corner
plays
play.
it a little bit slow, ultimately gets it to Sellers, who just cannot get the right shot away. Great defense from Rise once again, getting that double save as Alphax comes in for the rebound and manages to get the clear. Unfortunately, sorry, I am having many stutters today.
It's all good, man.
Very good quality of play from Rise there. Managed to get the double save and the clear, making sure that his team stays out of danger.
As we were just talking about how there's a lack of higher aerial gameplay, the teams, I think, heard us and decided, you know what, we're just going to initiate commentator curse number like 10 of this stream for
maybe
at this
so.
point.
Oh, that
bounces
is a great
off
play.
his own player into his own goal.
That's an incredible play from the Vikings there. Sellers setting up the slow play, going for the fake, taking out 2 of them, getting a bump as well, and then unfortunately, I believe that's Max right there, just not able to get the right connection on the save, and unfortunately it does go in his own net, but a great attempt for the save, just unfortunately the wrong connection. But a great play by the Vikings to take that lead in game 4 now we're in.
4 minutes? Well, a minute has passed already, and we're finding these early games. Another great save by Alphax. That's the second save so far this game, and is definitely fixated into his defensive gameplay for this match. As it stands, obviously, there's still 3 minutes 50 remaining, and it might just commentator curse me once again, as it is flying high right now in terms of commentator curse count. It just, especially for the stream alone, considering the fact we've been live for about 36 minutes, and there's been like what 10, 15
maybe
at this point.
Maybe so. Unfortunately, Tyler going for the ball there. Unfortunately, cannot get the connection into the box or on goal. Low on boost yet again, as we've pointed out many times today. Again, look at that alone. I mean, Tyler just gets the full boost there as it respawns, but Alphax and Tyler both
without
in the corner,
boost for Alphax as well.
Still without boost.
Still without boost.
Maybe trying to play his Alphaxing role from what we can see on the screen, going for the bumps
That's
and demos.
unfortunate. That is unfortunate.
And creates that goal. I say creates that goal. He does score the goal, and Alphax creates it. Alphaxing is back, baby.
As it seems to be helping us greatly, especially against, I mean, you wouldn't expect it. There's a lot of unexpected stuff that's happening now. I'm considering to be a very much of a surprise for both teams, especially as we go into the third kickoff. Looks like to be on our field, but Sellers is there to respond to it quite nicely. Great bump, oh my god.
Oh, Rise. Almost still manages to get the goal, though, even despite the bump. That's really unfortunate for the GCS Owls there, as Rise does get the bump and still manages to get a shot on the goal and marginally miss. Then his teammates just
Centre for Alphax.
Unfortunately not able to get the final connection to put it in the net. Really great play by the GCS Owls there, though. And, you know, maybe a sign of things to come for the remaining 2 minutes and 47 seconds.
I'll have to wait and see if Sellers go for the long shot. Oh, doesn't even hit the post, unfortunately. As we try to go for a game with Rise with a shot. Interestingly enough, they try to maybe copy us with a corner play. I don't even know anymore, but we'll have to wait and see. Sellers with a long shot attempt does not connect his car as he wanted to, I would reckon. First half already gone with a
great interception. There.
Great 50 to be fair. I even like
David just taking the ball away from that aerial play, eliminates the threat in a way. Alphax 0 boost yet again. There we go. What a perfect flick up the Sellers. What an amazing pass by Alphax. Even when he's on 0 boost, he can still do his Alphaxing actions. What an incredible flick up there to get it over. I can't see which GCS Owls player that was, unfortunately.
I think it was just all of them, really.
There was one front man and then there was 2 getting back. I believe it might have been Rise, but an incredible flick nonetheless by Alphax. And, you know, maybe this game's a little bit different, Yeet, as we're seeing a 3-0 lead here for the Vikings.
Well, don't jinx us just yet, my friend.
Something that may not have been touched upon yet is the coach, obviously, at the Vikings now. They obviously have Josh Wolf Archer as their coach, and he plays a great role. He knows how to implement the team, and maybe it's a role from him here as he's telling the team to, you know, try and get more action done early to get the game out of the way. Oh my god, what a pinch. Could that be going in? Oh, it's just not going in for the boys. That reminds me of that. Oh, do you remember that one pinch last year?
Yes, I do, actually.
Back against the GCS. I've just had flashbacks.
Oh my god, yeah.
Moment.
Yeah, it was. What? Oh my god, it took a while for me to clock that as well.
And it was game 4. Oh, I was talking about game 4 from last year, and Rise getting that first goal for the GCS Owls in this fixture in game 4 this time around. A great play by Max on the wall, once again on low boost. Again, we've touched up on that a lot, but it's apparent that these players do know how to play around 0 boost in whatever environment they're within. Great play by the GCS Owls. Maybe they'll
wait and see.
Pushing a fight back here as Flix does get the kickoff into the back corner for Tyler. Obviously passing it to the opposition team, unfortunately, as he picks up the boost as well.
I did think that was going into our own goal. I was scared for a bit. I did clench my backside, but Sellers is there to save it. I was trying to think of a very, very clever word, but it did not come to fruition. Well, as there is 1 minute and 10 seconds remaining in this fixture, game 4.
Rising Sky once again. Can he get the finish? Unfortunately, he can't, but it's a great play once again in that area development.
Is it looking empty? No, it's not. Unfortunately not.
I think that is, once again, the players maybe hearing us a bit, Yeet, and thinking, hey, let's implement some aerial plays into this. Because ultimately, they do have the talent to take on the players. As Tyler may score an own goal here.
Oh my god, that was
very close to a GCS second. I say that and they score. Commentator's curse. Chat, clip it.
Yeah, there seems to be commentator curse indefinitely baked onto York Vikings' I have to say purple channel. As they're, well, you'll have to find out and see. As there is a bit of Beef going 112 points.
It
Just
looks
going
like
for
Rise
bumps.
isn't happy with the bumps, I assuming coming from Alphax.
Yeah, as the bump man, as I like to call it.
But that could be another mental play from the coach, Josh Wolfarcher. As we know that bumps, historically, they have worked against the GCS Owls roster, especially. People may remember watching the roster last year compete in the North Regional Final.
What a long shot attempt from Sellers.
Advantage through our bumps. So, again, it could be another mental play by Josh, as mentioned, for the coach. Playing
Great
his
50
role
by
once
Rise.
again, in between the games where he can talk to the team, telling them, look, boys, we should be doing this. I said that as a GSS, come on the roster, come on the attack here, sorry, and their roster goes for the ball, trying to get that equalizer.
Alphax
with a
2-6
great
for the
goal
last
line
second
save
save.
there, possibly winning Vikings the game.
I think so.
Max tried to control it in the middle of the park. Alphax will challenge the ball, goes straight up to the ceiling. No one's got boost. Great play by Alphax.
What a play.
What a
What
save
an
by
absolute
Alphax.
play. Oh my god.
Alphaxing. That is incredible from
That was
Alphax.
that was clenching it. That was genuinely clenching it. Sellers obviously the MVP as before, but Alphax 2-6 is I think the real MVP for this fixture. What do you think?
Pardon?
Alphax 2-6 is definitely the real, as it says, Sellers is the MVP, but I think Alphax 2-6 especially with that last second attempt, I think is the real
100%,
MVP.
100%. Alphax there has 100% just kept that York Vikings team winning that game. Without that position and that goal line clearance at such level degree as well, getting so far away from the goal and then playing his role in the middle of the park again on zero boost, just applying that pressure to, again, put the ball down and try and get that win cleared out. It's a great play by Alphax, and props to him for that, as not many people would be there at the exact time to get that save and ultimately win the fixture for the Vikings. So once again, great play by Alphax.
Yeah,
ultimately closing the fixture out.
Yep.
Again, though, Sellers ultimately being played as MPP, it looks like a little bit of maybe friendly talk here is going around.
Friendly beef, as I like to call it. Yeah.
Yes, maybe. Obviously, Rise touching up earlier on the game on the bumps coming out from what we can now see was Tyler.
Yeah, it was Tyler.
And Sellers hitting back with, he was actually Disco. Again, could that be a little bit of mind games? Could it be a little bit of a grey area where we may not want to touch upon? I don't know, but we'll see how it goes into this game, as York Vikings are at the match point with a 3-1 lead in the overall match fixture. If York Vikings do win this game, they will win the fixture, but there's absolutely no ruling out the GCS Owls once again with the caliber of team they've got on this roster.
All right, come on, you Vikings, as we do believe in you guys. Come on, come on, come on. All right. Starting off with a GCS Owls. Is this going to be another fluke goal? We'll have to wait and see. Crossbar hits. No.
Great save by Tyler.
What a save by Tyler.
It's back to the middle, though.
No, nothing you can do about that, honestly.
It's
Nothing
a great
you can
save. Unfortunately, it just hits the inside of the post slightly. If you look on the replay here, just hits the slight inside of the post. He does get a double touch, which may be the cause, but it's a great save.
I don't know if you saw, but Sellers just absolutely just pelted forwards just to try to save it, but unfortunately he was there. One of the rare instances where Sellers did not happen to touch the ball to save it.
100% agree. It's not like Sellers to be conceding there, but Jesus.
What a save from Tyler.
Attack again. Another great save by Tyler, keeping the score
master.
at 1-0. Tyler maybe going for the redirect there, but
great 50 by
can't really
Sellers.
get it. Sellers going for the ball still. Alphax going for the 50, unfortunately just gets beaten out there.
Another great 50 by Tyler as well. Tyler and Sellers in the first 30 seconds seems to be great on 50s as GCSL score its second one.
That's a great play, and in the air there by Rise for that pass to Max. Even just contesting that ball there to put it in an area where it can call to a teammate, it's a great ability to have.
Absolutely.
Unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately, again, I'm so sorry. But
for the
GCS Owls, it does put them 2-0 ahead in this fixture. And as I said at the start of the game, Yeet, it could be a case of, they're coming back and they're showing signs of coming back and fighting for this.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not out yet. It's still only game 5, and the game's not over until you win. To get the best of 4, right?
Absolutely. Game's not over until it's over, as Sellers is trying to go for an attempt on
Great
shots.
save by Rise once again.
I have to say. Oh, just
Great
easy,
positioning
soft.
too. Tyler trying to play that shadow defense play there to delay the attack, as Sellers does go for the demo on Rise. A great play there, surely communicated by them as a team.
So many things happening all at once. I couldn't even digest the
Once
information.
again, getting the ball down there to Tyler, as I believe that's Rise hitting the ball. Oh no, it's Max. Sorry,
it is Max. Yeah.
Max hitting the ball up to his ceiling and getting
Great
the ball
bump.
to a teammate. Back to Max. Sorry, Tyler does intercept. Maybe getting the ball. Sellers putting the ball in the center there. Can't get a teammate on the end of it though. Alphax playing that 50. Sellers up
with
in
no
the air,
boost.
just trying to play time here maybe, as the boys for Vikings are extremely low boost. Tyler coming up
with a great
full boost.
50.
Alphax full boost once again. Sellers getting a demo onto Flicks and being high on boost. Could we see a Sellers aerial play here as he does control the ball? Looks
Alphax
like he
is
got
leaving
up on
it.
the wall. Here we go.
Will it happen? There's no one
Oh.
on center. Double commit into from GCS Owls to deny that attempt on shot, as there's 2 minutes already passed and there's not been an attempt on goal for York Vikings just yet for this fixture.
Great delay play by Sellers there. What a save by Rise once again. Incredible position. Unfortunate for Sellers there to not get that
My
shot on
commentator
target into the goal.
has been used for good once again, as I literally just said. Attempt on target has not happened yet, and it just did for Sellers as we try to close out the first half. Unfortunate for York Vikings, but great plays by GCS Owls to get that 2-0 goal ahead. As we try to make it a play, Tyler with no boost, unfortunately does not make it happen. Long shot attempt by Rise. Alphax 2-6 there with a save attempt. Double commit has to be going on for York Vikings to get that out of fruition. GCS Owls waiting for another attempt. Sellers absolutely
On the
just
backbone once again. He
once
loves to
again,
be there
yeah.
on defense.
Couldn't even get the words out, but Sellers gameplay. I think
But
that
once again, is Sellers playing it into the back corner where Max is ready and Rise is ready as well to get that defensive clearance. Playing it to Alphax. Rise on 0 boost here, putting a ball towards the Vikings net once
what a
again.
clearance by Sellers.
100%. Flicks getting the ball back to Rise. Rise going for a ceiling play here. Sellers will, of course, get to that defensive play right there. But Flicks coming right back on the attack. And again, it's that pressure by
Nearly
GCS
out.
Owls here. As Sellers does play the ball forward. It's not on target, unfortunately, but Rise will easily clear that up, you would thought. And he does do that right
Centre
there.
play for York Vikings. Does not happen to me as Max is there to save it once again, ladies
Maybe a
and gentlemen.
slight double commit there by the GCS Owls. It could have ended quite badly as Flicks does come in from the other angle. But more importantly, Sellers is now on the attack. Controlling the ball, playing it forward. What a great save by Rise. Alphax, ooh.
Yeah, I think you should have
Unfortunate
predicted that.
positioning there. Nah, it's unfortunate because it can either go in the net or it can fall just next to him. It's a great position by
Double
Alphax,
commit
just
by
can't get the
GCS
ball.
once again to save that
Alphax 0
insane
playing it
shot
for
from
Sellers, who may
Sellers.
put it on the backboard. Tyler jumps a bit too early though. You might have to think that that's a slight miscommunication.
Yeah,
there.
we'll have to agree with you on that, but we'll have
Alphax
to
controlling the ball
reconquer.
here, trying to beat Flicks, but Tyler will be there to clear up the 50-50 there. That Flicks does win ahead of Alphax.
Interesting
Max
stuff.
playing the ball forward
Minute
towards the
remaining.
Vikings net with 53 seconds left on the clock. You must think, is there any way for the Vikings to get back into this fixture as Rise does go up for the air? Well, once again,
To be
hits it
honest
on the
with you,
backboard and can't get the third goal, unfortunately.
To be honest with you, I don't think it's looking like it, which is fair enough. I mean, GCS House has been battling it out, especially in those last 4 games, as I just saw that in unfortunate.
That might be all she wrote here in Game 5. GCS Owls may be picking up their second win in the series, but unfortunately, well, I say unfortunately once again, unfortunately for the Vikings, it's just not been their game here. Their defensive show has not been there. The attacking play, there's been a few double commits that if they aren't there, that could be a goal that brings you back into the tie, the game here. Sorry. But it looks like it's a win here for the GCS Owls in Game 5, which would bring the series to a 3-2. But ultimately, the Vikings here, they just have to end this game on a high and hopefully try not to let the GCS Owls bring too much motivation and energy into the next game. As Sellers on the wall once again, 0 boost, tries to do something, but can't do much there, really.
Can't do much.
Rise going for a fourth, maybe. Plays it into the center. Sellers will be there for the demo, though. For the clearance, though, as Alphax does get a demo, actually. We predicted it, I guess.
Yeah, that is all she wrote, as you said, for York Vikings, as GCS Owls get their second game for the fixture and makes the series 3-2.
It'll be interesting. I wish I could be in the room right now to hear what the conversation is between the coach and the players, because I imagine it's going to be an interesting one to win a game and the fashion that we did previously and then lose 3-0 whilst on match point. As we know historically, that is never a good sign when you had a team on match point.
Yeah.
That could easily lead to extra pressure. And ultimately, it could see the Vikings lose another round here. They're going to have to recover very, very quickly. As we look at the stats here, GCS Owls having 9 shots, with only 4 of them being saved by the Vikings. Obviously, 3 of them ending up in the net for the GCS Owls, and ultimately seeing them win the game 3-0. With York Vikings having 4 shots and all 4 saved being saved by Rise. Again, what an incredible player that he is. He is capable of doing that. We saw it many, many times right there in the background. There you see a great save as someone played the ball into the center of the net, and he makes that great positioning. But again, it has to be an interesting conversation with the coach and the team. They really need to.
What would you say right now as the coach for these players? What would you say right now?
If I was the coach for the boys right now, still, I would be saying that we need to lock in more. We need to communicate more. It was evident last game that the communications were slightly lacking, and maybe the players got a little bit too comfortable being on match point. You could see multiple times there was multiple double commits on defense and attack. Even at 0-0, if you go ahead there, that's that could be a completely different fixture, but ultimately the past is the past and the boys just have to move on from that and hopefully put it right now. You don't want to be taking it to a double match point where it's a
Yeah,
3v,
absolutely not,
3-3
no.
in the series as we head into Game 6 where York Vikings are still leading 3-2. But again, as we said,
Ooh, that's
ahead
dangerous.
of Game
Well, nice
5,
50.
GCS Owls will show more than enough hunger and desire to come back and fight for it. As Sellers is making an attack here onto Rise. Rise getting the 50, winning the
Gets
ball for
bumped
his
by
team.
Flicks as well.
Sellers playing the ball in center, but unfortunately, again, no one is there. Alfax over for his Alfax role, putting the ball in the center once again. Tyler will be behind him, but again, Tyler is on low boost. Rise
Bit
playing the
too
ball to
late
Max
for
here. Sellers enough boost to maybe make a double tap out of this.
Or
which he will
triple!
go for.
Yes,
And
he does! What?
Wow. Sellers
Whoa.
doing Sellers.
Forget a double tap, triple tap from crossbar. Nearly crossbar as well.
The perfect play there, beating all three of
Absolutely.
the GCS defenders there, especially Flicks, who was already ready in the net. So you have to take some real courage and composure there from Sellers to get that goal, which he ultimately does. It sees the Vikings lead 1-0 going into Game 6 with 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. As the ball is played into the GCS back right corner with Rise on the ball near full boost. Cannot make a play out of it though, as
Is that
Tyler
going
does
to be
get the
another play?
interception.
Almost an own goal.
Great save by Max.
Yep.
Hit off his own post into the corner for his own teammate as they do get the ball into the York Vikings half. Tyler up in the air, hitting a flip reset maybe. Can't really control the ball there though.
Max is, I mean, to be fair, is the GCSR's defensive champion, as we like to, as we have seen all around these fixtures. But that motivation, that goal by Sellers should be a motivation rather.
Unfortunate for
What am I
Rise
saying?
there.
Wow.
That's really unfortunate for Rise there, as he did play it right. You know, he took the boost away, he got the save, but unfortunately the save went straight to Tyler, and Tyler's just there in that great position to capitalise on that, I guess we can say mistake, but maybe just an unfortunate bit of positioning for Rise will feel there from Tyler. Ultimately, it sees the Vikings go 2-0 up with 4 minutes left on the clock.
Early 2 goals from York Vikings, honestly, has not been seen around. That is
Rise.
double.
Oh, that is an incredible play by Rise.
That is
it must be
incredible. We
said.
have to give them credit.
That is an incredible play. Just look at the flick here by Rise and the control right here. Beating Alfax, taking it over Sellers, and then just beating Tyler with a final little touch. Tyler does get the bump, but and again, an incredible play by Rise, and what a great goal there. That might bring GCS into the fixture once again. I was going to touch upon the fact that there have been early goals, and I guess I can now say it for both sides, but maybe it's been an in-between game talk of we need to get an early goal or a couple of goals, especially from a York Vikings point of view, as they want to close out the fixture and not take it to a free series tie.
Yeah, you definitely, as you mentioned before, you definitely don't want a double match point, especially in a heavily congested fixture like this, as Alfax 2-6 with a save almost, not almost, well, that was a save, but Sellers trying to make it a kind of play, trying to wait and see. I believe that was Rise trying to play off it. Alfax 2-6 with the offensive gameplay, which we don't see seem to have most of. Great 50 by GCSR's player, which I think it was either Flicks or Rise.
I believe it was Max there.
Oh, was it? is the one player I did not mention.
Oh, good. Oh, good. Rocket League's a fast-moving pace
absolutely.
game. It's
Honestly,
very
mate,
hard to read the player titles sometimes. As I believe that was Rise getting the ball through there.
Ooh, that's very close.
Very close from Rise there, or whoever played that ball forward. Again, apologies, the player titles move so fast sometimes it's hard to keep up. But Tyler and Sellers will be trying to connect here to make a play go forward. Alfax rotating back, low on boost, playing his defensive and third man role.
Interesting
weird
bump.
play. Okay,
Was that? I believe that was a mistake because I mean.
Well, let's have a look here. So Tyler plays the ball in, Flicks is there, but then Rise just sends him, I guess. I mean, maybe a miscommunication once again, but
I think he tried to use Flicks as a golf tee there. I think that was a play that was intended, but obviously it did not come into fruition as York Vikings is leading 3-1 for match point, ladies and gentlemen.
maybe trying the famous pull shot in Rocket League, but ultimately not working out. But again, on a more serious note, maybe just a little bit of miscommunication and
I would have to, I think, place it
Flicks
onto
there.
that.
Ultimately, it sees the Vikings regain that 2-goal lead, which can be very hard to come back from sometimes. But as we infamously know, 2-0 or any 2-goal lead is the worst advantage to have, and it's so easy to come back against and so easy to get comfortable with. I say that as the Vikings are on the attack once again. The Sellers will go for the sidewall read, plays it into the
Sidewall
center, just
psycho
over
read.
Alfax and maybe too far for Tyler to capitalise on it. I say that as
Zero
he plays
boost
onto the
from
backboard.
Tyler.
Sellers controlling the ball here right on the edge of the GCS Owls box. Goes onto the ceiling, low boost, could make something here. No. Plays to Tyler though, but Max getting the interception. Max, unfortunately, not been able to clear it properly there. Tyler gets a great read back into the middle, but Rise here will take it forward, and the GCS Owls will pounce. Maybe a shot here from
that is looking like a shot.
A great play once
You did
again from the
say.
GCS Owls.
You did say that gap needs to not be so, narrow, but unfortunately for York Vikings,
It's maybe a small whiff there from
yeah,
Alphax to
it's
lead
looking
to that
like
goal.
it.
But again, all credit to GCS Owls there for that goal, as much as it may be a mistake at the back, as it's been the case for both teams. Great attacks
great
lead
kickoff.
to mistakes in the defense, and ultimately you have to capitalize on that if you want to win these competitive Rocket League games.
You'll have to wait and see for that, though.
A couple of bumps coming out from the Vikings, as Sellers tries to get a launch on goal, but
and
there is
the
a save
demo
there
gets
from the GCS
demoed
Owls.
from
Max
York Vikings.
does get the Max and Rise demoing Alphax and Tyler there on the Vikings. So Sellers is left in a solo play, a low on boost as well, can't do much with it.
Yeah, I believe
GCS
it's-
Owls back on the attack here. The Sellers is on the backbone once again. Rise playing that third man role, waiting for the ball to come to him, and it's a weird play by Max there. Again, maybe a miscommunication as Rise was ready for that ball. We could see it on the broadcast. Maybe it wasn't communicated. Max going again for the save, but again, another save there from the Vikings. As Sellers will go off the backboard, clear the ball a little bit. Tyler up in the air, playing it down.
Great play.
Into the corner where Max, the entire GCS roster, in fact, is waiting. And they do get control of the ball here. Alphax playing his Alphax role. A great bump, a great hit off the sidewall.
Sellers did not try to,
Not the best control from the Sellers.
I don't think he intended for that. It's looking dangerous for GCS Owls and York Vikings respectively. 30 seconds remaining. Looking dangerous once again. That's 3-0.
Rise once again with that positioning. It's incredible. It's what we expect from them. It's great play by Flix there. Maybe not getting the boost he would have hoped for, but who cares? It's led to the GCS Owls getting an equalizer here in Game 6, and realistically, looking from a Vikings point of view, it may be looking like a little bit of pressure is hitting hitting the nerves of the team now. It's 3-3, Game 6. This can go either way. I say that as Tyler's up in the air, going for a double tap.
Almost a double tap.
Unfortunate for Tyler there. But back to what I say, it feels like a little bit of pressure could settle in now, and you got to feel, if the boys don't secure the game here, it could
double
go
tap
away.
Alphax!
Oh
Yes! As we were just talking about
Commentator
it. That is literally the commentator cast. We used it for great that time, honestly.
That's incredible from Alphax there. Not who you would be expecting to whip
I
out
don't think
something
even
like
the GCS Owl players predicted that, because they were waiting for it to, I think, bounce inside from the crossbar, but it just bounced off the crossbar into
100%.
Alphax 206's, I was going to say hands, but tires in this case.
We know Alphax does have that in his locker, but he does then play it straight to the GCS, who may get an equalizer right here.
Looking
on the cusp of
dangerous.
Game 6 as Rise goes for it, but it's incredible by Sellers to close out the game and the series. Absolutely phenomenal. What a fixture. Wow.
That's what we call absolute Vikings. I mean, Alphax 206 with that clinch goal, has made it so.
Again, to touch on what I was saying there, it's not the person you would expect to be getting that goal there.
Yeah, absolutely
not the person
not.
you'd be expected to hit a double tap like that, but he does have it in his locker ultimately at the end of the day, and he's shown it there, and ultimately he's done it at the most crucial time for the Vikings. I mean, what a display.
Definitely was not expecting an Alphax 206 goal to secure it for York Vikings, honestly, to me.
I would have expected maybe a goal, but in that caliber, hats off to you, Alex.
Honestly.
Off to you, Alphax, my friend. That is an incredible end to an incredible fixture. A well thought out fixture between the both of the teams. Great, GG's to GCS, obviously. The scoreline maybe doesn't represent ultimately how close of a fixture it was. We've seen many 4-3 fixture series results between the two teams. They very much did nearly get there. Obviously, Alphax with that last 10-second goal in the
honestly,
Game 6.
That needs to be talked about more, because you were giving out information there. I was like, what? Hang on a second there. GCS Owls players, two of them were just hanging around in the goal, I think waiting for that, as I said before, waiting for that, I think, inside bounce into the goal, but
or hit off the backboard and fall into the box for a clear, but ultimately Alphax just whips out a double tap, and it's definitely one for the social media managers to have a look at.
Absolutely.
100%. I'll be expecting to see that on the social medias coming up very soon.
I mean, what else to say? What else to say?
Incredible.
Honestly?
It's absolutely incredible. But again, hats off to GCS. They played absolutely phenomenal today.
GG's overall. GG's to GCS Owls. They produced a great game, honestly, but in between York Vikings and GCS Owls. And anything more to add?
Not much, no. I think it was, again, just to touch up on briefly, I guess. Game 1, obviously, a great contest. Seeing the boys get that 3-1 result, even after going behind as the first goal. Second game, obviously, GCS did get that second, that first win for them. But then again, we kept going, we kept pushing, and ultimately we've won the fixture. Again, going into Game 6, it feels like there could be a little bit of nerves there for the Vikings, as they are 3-1 up in the series. GCS may be hitting that climb back, as we infamously did to them in the Northern Regional Final during the 24-25 season for the British Esports Student Champ Nationals Northern Regional Final. And they've done to us many times as well, not to forget Bet Show, where they let's be real, they truly dominate us in style.
Yeah,
there.
definitely.
Yeah, it feels like, when you're in that position as a player, it feels like it can mount to you and you can succumb to the pressure. But ultimately today, the boys haven't. And again, to touch up on him again, because I feel like he gets a lot of unresidented. What's the word? He doesn't get the dues he deserves, I believe. Josh, he does do a great job.
Oh yeah,
obviously
hats off to yeah.
I can proudly say that I worked with him last year during the 24-25 season, where he was my assistant, obviously, and it's good to see that he's leading the team head forward now that obviously I've moved on this year. But hey, who knows what the future holds, eh?
Well, yeah. Well, thanks for joining us in this broadcast for York's YCV-Deception against GCS Owls. Great to have you. Hopefully looking forward to the future for future broadcasts once again.
100%. I'd love to be on any broadcast in the future.
Well, yeah.
Thanks for having me.
No problem. I've been Pril Detergent, otherwise known as Yeet Chansoy, and this has been Connor Chittick, otherwise known as Faizy. Everyone misspells it. It's Faizy, guys.
Yep.
It's Faizy.
It is Faizy. Come
It
on,
is
guys. Let's get it right
absolutely
these
Faizy.
days. Shout out when we went to that one LAN, and I told the admins, hey guys, my name's Faizy, and they radioed it in, and the casters still called me Faizy.
Yep.
What can you do?
Well, yeah, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for all for the support. Thanks for all for joining us. GG's to GCS Owls once again, and I shall see you next week.